So the Space Expo is a huge dome that's landed in Front Square at Trinity. It looks like an alien spacecraft that's sitting in the middle of this beautiful old university. And the idea of the Expo is to tell everybody in Ireland all about the kinds of things that we do in space. So how does our everyday life depend on space?
It's very clear the impacts that these technologies have on our everyday. I mean, from simple things like routing and planning through to agriculture and all sorts of different things.
Yeah, I think it's great being able to touch whatever you want and seeing how technology has improved with learning and education.
Like a really good place because there's so much like information that you can get off all of the screens.
I think it's important because I think when kids in particular come in here, I think it opens up their eyes and they see what, where space-related activities are actually applied to in relation to climate change, maritime, agriculture, and all of the various areas in which space actually has an impact on people's everyday lives.
Brought the kids along, the whole idea that it's kid-friendly is really great, and just looking forward to seeing a bit more now as we move around.
Most people are probably not aware that we use space for navigating, we use it for monitoring the weather, we use it for monitoring fields and oceans, so it's integrated part of our life.
They know when people are cutting down trees and all, and they know like that, and then they know like the sea temperatures.
So when people come into the European Space Expo, the first thing they see is this globe here, and using this globe we can show them how satellites are important to the Earth. So when you're going around to each of these kiosks, they're going to explain to you how the sun and the Earth interact and how we use satellites to monitor that stuff.
Well, I've learned about there's no gravity in space, so you float, and if you can't cry in space.
At 1 o'clock each day, we're going to have the sun at 1, where we can take remote control of a giant telescope in Tenerife. Then at 5 o'clock every day, it's going to get a little bit messy because our mediators here and Professor Graham Harper from Trinity are going to be showing us how to make a comet. So we'll have dry ice and amino acids and lots of messy things, putting them together to make a very good approximation of what a comet would be like if we could take one from space. We had Minister Sherlock here opening it, doing the official launch, but as well as that, we had a very special message from Commander Chris Hadfield.
On behalf of the Canadian Space Agency, the crew of the International Space Station, and especially from my family and myself, I congratulate you on the Expo, and I wish you all the best in pursuing where it leads us.